What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Chess Giant. This is Solomon Riddell, and in today's video, we're going to be covering the Tortoise opening here. White starting off with e4 and then playing bishop d3. Pretty subpar move, but surprisingly, Black has to be careful here to not break this game open too quickly, right? Black may be tempted to play a move here like d5, and at first sight, it seems to make sense. I mean, bishop d3 is pretty awkward. Why not just break the game open? But here, White's able to play knight c3, right? Gaining a tempo against that queen. If you want to run away, okay, we're just going to continue developing. And if you capture on g2, we have this bishop e4 idea available because of knight c3. Notice there's only one square for this queen to run away to. And now we're going to continue to chase down this queen with d4. This queen's going to have to go to somewhere like d8, in which case, okay, I mean, we play queen e2, and we have a very nice game there. And if queen e7, we can actually just snatch off that pawn and play knight f3, right? Continue to kick that queen around, gain tempo, develop, play a move like queen e2, threatening a double check, which would be extremely difficult for Black to have to deal with, if not impossible. And here, Black does stop that with bishop e7. Okay, let's play bishop d2, eyeing this queen again. Develop. We got 5 pieces out here. We're one move away from playing rook g1, putting some pressure on g7. We also got castling queenside on the way, giving us a very active rook on d1 as well. I'm taking White here any day of the week. So against the Tortoise opening, Black surprisingly has to be careful not to open up this game too prematurely. But I did mention earlier that this move was pretty subpar. And the reason for that is that it makes development very difficult, right? When I first get my chess students, I oftentimes see moves like this, bishop d3, but what I tell them is that you're simply locking your pieces up for no good reason, right? If this bishop is on d3, the pawn on d2 can't move. And if the pawn on d2 can't move, neither can this dark squared bishop, unless of course you want to fianchetto it. More on that in a minute. And if you can't move this bishop out, neither can the rook. So really by playing bishop d3, you're kind of just putting yourself in a shell. And maybe that's why it's called the Tortoise opening. That being said, as Black, this move isn't very good, but you can't take advantage of it right away. Why not just play a natural move here like knight f6, right? Just develop your pieces, play normal chess, bishop c5, d6, castle kingside. Now it's on White to decide how they want to develop their dark squared bishop. Notice here, if we just keep this bishop on c1, this rook is also not going to be able to get into this game. And y'all, if we're just not going to use 2 of our pieces, we're in big trouble. There's 2 different ways to do this. First off, we can try to fianchetto the bishop with a move like b3. Here, if Black plays something like c6, we can always play h3, just trying to keep this bishop out of g4. And if we move here like rook e8, actually kind of like throwing my knight over to the king side of the board, just kind of decramp this position a little bit and also look at knight f5 ideas. Here we can play knight e2, knight g3. But that being said, I mean, here Black plays knight f8. They have an eye on f5 as well. Here as White, we can always play bishop b2 and then, you know, continue to try to finish our development out. But I think that here Black just has a much more natural game. Now, is this losing for White? No. But is this really desirable? The obvious answer is no, right? The bishop on d3, very awkwardly placed, and it's really inactive, right? And if anything, it's just kind of a tall pawn. These knights are somewhat okay on the king side. I would just say overall our position is cramped, and it is defendable, but how can White really create attacking chances here? It's hard to find any routes. So y'all, in the Tortoise, you can always fianchetto your dark squared bishop. Another option is just later on playing this move of bishop c4, right? And obviously by doing this, we wasted a tempo, but that being said, White is surprisingly okay here. Notice, we did waste a tempo for absolutely no good reason, but we did get the first move. So in a lot of ways, it's almost as if we are playing with Black, at least in terms of the tempo. We have a classical position here, e4, e5. We have 3 minor pieces developed. Black here can continue with a move like knight c6, in which case, okay, play a move like h3, try to take away that g4 square. We got moves like d3 on the way, trying to get our dark squared bishop involved in a more natural route, looking at squares like e3 or g5. And we also have knight a4 options in the air, looking to trap this dark squared bishop on c5. And if you plug this position into a computer, it's going to tell you that White does have a fighting chance ahead. Thank you guys for watching today's video, and special thanks to everyone who has become a patron. My goal is to make this chess thing go full time, and y'all are helping me create better chess content and drop it more often. If you'd like to check out my entire openings playlist, click that video to the left. If you want to see my animal openings playlist, which just like this opening, a lot of them are pretty bad, click that playlist to the right. Leave a comment down below to let me know other videos you'd like to see covered on this channel. And as always, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. Peace.